Where are we? There I am. Oop. So I gotta go down to the left. Let's make it back time. Music in my ears. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Marcel Irnie. For those that don't know, I'm an actual pro superbike racer, and I am just starting to pick up dirt biking again since I was, grade 5 up into high school a little bit before I could get my car license. And then I'm like, I love the steering wheel. And then I'm like, from the steering wheel, I'm like, well, car racing's really expensive. Autocross, and that's not enough track time. Rally and drifting, I did that. And then I went to Thailand and rented street bikes, and my whole life changed, huh? Many years, 13 years racing. 10 of those, or 9 of those professional. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Dominator going, guys. Make sure all the dirt is off of the cap. You pull the cap number. All my hands are frozen. Turn it counterclockwise, and slight bit of dirt is in where the slot is. And yeah, dirt it's all around the cap top. It's not a very good cap design. Not very good at all. You can see a little bit of dirt, but yeah. Start putting a sock. Cut the end of a finger or a sock. I'm not sure if it pulls air. This might actually bleed air, so you don't completely shut it off. It's got to be a breathable, kind of like a wristband for, playing basketball or whatever. Sweatband. To do this on the trail is not a good idea. And luckily the oil, as you've seen, lasts a long time. So 19 hours of riding, and I still have probably another 3 hours I could do. There you go. Yeah, this is really dirty under there. Stupid design. Anyways, I'll come back to you guys when it's clean. So I actually used the toothbrush to get in there, and as you can see, nice and clean right now. So let's hope that I didn't get any dirt past where I want to go. There you go, perfectly clean. Alright, let's grab our 2-stroke. Get her in there. So a brand new bottle. Right to the top, 1 liter, 946 milliliters, which is 1 US quart. 22.0 right now. I'm trying to keep the dirt out for a reason, but there is a filter system in the oil pump, and I believe you have to change the filter at 50 hours, or I'll put it in, I'll look at the manual and I'll put it in, the information in for you guys. But, oh fuck. Oh yeah, and you can't pour very quickly, I forgot. The first time I did this, the same thing, it just backflowed, and that's why you want a paper towel. You gotta go with a funnel would be best. Really slowly. This Dominator is colored red. It's like True Blood. And I just want enough to fill the canister below. I don't want it going up the whole neck anyways. So that might be it. I'd use 10 ounces, 32 ounces per quart. And right now it is just at around 22 ounces, just slightly below maybe. So we'll see this next test, guys, how many hours from 19.6 it takes me to get down to the oil light blickering on and off again. So I didn't fill it all the way up. I don't know how high I filled up the tube, but down here it is definitely full, and so we'll go from there. Drop it there. Turn it, there you go, and then it creates a little pressure on the seal like that. But yeah, so all that dirt is still can get underneath it and up a little ways before the seal, which is the problem. That's why you need to seal the bottom with something, and a whole sock over the whole thing, I solved that perfectly. As I took a microfiber and I cut a circle out of it and test fit the size, and then made the circle a little smaller than I thought I needed. And I'm just gonna place that directly over. Grab your elastic bands. I mean, a zip tie would work as well. Might even work better, but I'm gonna try the elastic bands first and then zip tie over top of that. Now, a black or an orange would be a better color than white. This stuff's gonna get dirty, but that's it, guys. That's it. It's gonna keep the dirt out. See, I could trim it a little more. In fact, I could put another elastic band. I'm tempted to just try to ride tomorrow as the weather drops even more, but it'll be my last day here before the weather, anyways, before the weather comes back after negative freezing temperatures every day. I gotta get a tire on anyways. I gotta stop riding with this damn tires. Stocked up on 1881s, worn to shit. Not only do you put some elastic bands around there, but I put some extras, so when you're on the bush and you're like, hey, I need an elastic band to wrap up my, shirt and put it in my bag. So I'll have some elastic bands ready to go. Hey, it is freaking cold, guys. I got 2 days of riding before the freaking winter hits hard with negative Celsius in the day, below freezing in the day, and negative 14 coming up at night later this week. So I'm going riding tomorrow and the next day. Okay, let's change the oil. It's a 13, yeah. Yeah, there's the bolt. If you can see, guys, it's right under there. Well, my propane burner, the whole tank's empty. So I'm not gonna be able to warm up after this, which is gonna suck. And it's just gonna go through the hole. There's a little hole in the pan here. Yes, perfect. So what is this? I changed the oil not too long ago, since I got back from Moab. So that's 2 rides, guys. 2 rides on that oil. There's the magnet. There's nothing on there. It's no metal, nothing. Perfect. So we're taking out the AMSOIL 2050 because that's what the OEM called for, and we're putting in AMSOIL's new motorcycle gear oil, which is an SAE 80 weight versus the 2050 is a 90 weight gear oil. SAE 80. So that way I can give you guys, before the winter hits, I can get a comparison. These things never fit on straight. What the fuck? On the pipe. Woo! I'm just very clear with the front end when you stand. You gotta stand low. Shortcut. There we go, and then this one. Woo! I'm going to take this off first because I think that'll be more efficient. I had a guy actually comment on my first oil change video. It's like, why don't you take the screw out first and let it overflow once you reach the level? So I'm like, yeah, that's the copper washer right there. Don't lose the copper washer. Level out the bike a little bit. So this thing's going to take like 600 milliliters. So eventually they're going to pop out of the oil fill. So let's keep going. We're almost there. And then I'll level the bike up to finish up. Is this the way? Yeah. Good song going right now. Just dancing to it. Oh, side hill. Waiting for it to overflow. Let's see where I'm at right now. Just over 400 milliliters. Should try to level out the bike a little bit more. Where it's almost going to fall over on me. Another 100 so milliliters before it's going to come out. I'm Definitely looking forward to seeing how it shifts now compared to the other oil. The little thinner viscosity should shift a little better. Whoa, understeer. Lower, so it was like hovering above the seat. But you have a little bit of suspension. Oh, when's it gonna flow? Oh, I see it. There it goes. Okay. I don't want to get it all in the skid pan. But that's it, guys. Okay. So I'm going to level the bike, just get the remaining perfect level, and that's it. Yeah. Woo! Fun. Look at this KTM 300. Oh, short rod. Let's get this rocks installed for the handlebar risers. Yeah, so again, those are gonna lock into your bottom mounts. The cables are gonna make it. So now put the handlebar in position, and so then we can put the plate on loosely so I can get on the bike and check ergonomics, guys, and figure out where I want it. Wow, that is a lot higher. But the idea is when I'm standing, to have that control. Yeah, a rally cross here. Okay, guys. Cancel the video and start over and get back on track. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Check out my Patreon channel if you haven't already. Patreon.com/.